You need to learn a new weapon before Monster Hunter Wilds drops in less than a month. Hi, I'm WhiteDawg and this is the Longsword in 90 seconds. Have you always wanted to hold a katana in between your butt cheeks like your favorite character from One Piece, Zoro? Then the Longsword is the weapon for you. This is the most popular weapon in the game and probably the flashiest. You get quick draw attacks, a big katana, a gauge with like 4 levels to manage, hella counters, and pretty good mobility. It's really easy to play badly, but really hard to play super well. Here's a basic gameplay loop. You hit the monster to build meter. Once your meter's full, you try and land a round slash or a counter depending on the game. Doing this will raise your meter level. It goes from white, yellow, red, or something like that. So you have 4 levels. Then you have a big attack you can do once you have meter and a level on your gauge. Doing these big attacks uses 1 level of your meter, but the higher the level, the more damage your attack does. You also have these eye slashes you can do. You can combo into the sheath mode from regular attacks. Landing this double strike will make your gauge rise over time. Then you have this big eye slash you can do. In World, it burns meter and does big damage. In Rise, it's a counter that raises your gauge level. You also have this fade slash you can do, which is a counter. Landing a fade slash counter in World will raise your meter level once. But landing it in Rise makes your meter go up slowly over time. So each game's a little bit different, but the basic idea is to level up your gauge and then land a big attack when you have a big opening. You also have this retreating slash you can do, and you can also do it sideways, which is really good for positioning. Now, how do you land a round slash to raise your meter level? The basic way is to just mash right trigger until a round slash comes out after, I think, the 4th attack. Quicker way is to do a retreating slash and then follow up with right trigger, and you'll do a spinning slash and then do the triple slash, and then the round slash comes out after that. There's some other ways to raise your meter depending on the game, but these work in any game. A master at this weapon will be positioned perfectly, counter, and be spamming helm splitters like crazy. If the screen don't look like a scene out of Demon Slayer, I don't want it. Now for builds, you got 2 ways you can go basically. You can go with focus that makes your gauge fill quicker, or you can go with power prolonger, which makes you stay powered up longer. Ideally, you're leveling up your gauge to the max level and then throwing out like a helm splitter. So in my opinion, focus ends up being a lot more useful, but personal preference, right? Again, these are just the basics. Every game has its own quirks. Monster Hunter Wilds is going to have its own quirks too, but this is enough to get you started, get you learning, so that you're ready when Monster Hunter Wilds comes out. As always, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in Monster Hunter Wilds.